Today, we're going to journey through more than a century of vibrant, dynamic, and honestly, world-changing storytelling. From the very first silent films all the way to today's global blockbusters, this is the story of Indian cinema.
Our story kicks off right here. Picture it, Bombay, 1896. A small, curious audience gathers at a hotel. They have no idea that they're about to witness something that would change culture forever. The magic of moving images, flickering to life on Indian soil for the very, very first time.
I mean, can you just imagine the sheer wonder in that room? For the people watching, it must have been a revelation. And right there, a seed was planted, one that would grow into one of the world's most powerful and influential film industries. But, watching films is one thing. Making them? That's a whole other ballgame. It actually took nearly 2 decades for India to create its own full-length story. And that brings us to the silent beginnings.
And this is the moment it all truly begins. In 1913, a director named Dadasaheb Phalke, who we now see as the father of Indian cinema, releases Raja Harishchandra. This wasn't just a film, it was the foundation, the very bedrock upon which an entire industry would be built.
And when we say he was a pioneer, we really mean it. Phalke wasn't just the director. He was the producer, the set designer. He was basically a one-man film studio, pouring every ounce of his being into this new art form. This also gives you a sense of the cultural challenges at the time. Social norms made it pretty much impossible for women to act, so Phalke had to cast men in the female roles. It's just a fascinating glimpse into the kinds of hurdles these early filmmakers had to clear. So for almost 20 years, Indian cinema was totally silent. But then, in the 1930s, a technological revolution showed up that would finally give the industry its voice. And here it is, Alam Ara, India's very first talkie. The arrival of sound was just a monumental shift. All of a sudden, characters could speak, which made the whole world on screen feel so much more real. But sound also brought in something that would become uniquely, iconically Indian. So what was this game-changing element? It wasn't just people talking. No, it was something that would become completely woven into the DNA of Indian films. The answer? Songs. See, unlike in Hollywood where musicals were their own separate thing, Indian cinema wove song and music right into the fabric of the story. In these films, a song isn't an interruption, it is the story. It's how you express love, heartbreak, joy, and that tradition is still incredibly powerful today. Okay, so after India gained its independence in 1947, the country's cinema entered this new phase of maturity. We often call it the Golden Age. Filmmakers started exploring these deep themes of nation building, social justice, and just the complexities of a new country. And guess what? The world started paying attention. And this timeline really shows the long arc of that global recognition. It started way back in the 50s with Satyajit Ray's Pather Panchali winning at Cannes and Mother India getting an Oscar nod. This legacy of international acclaim stretches all the way to today, with RRR's massive win at the Academy Awards. So this isn't some new thing, it's a legacy that's been building for over 6 decades. Now, let's jump to the 1970s, where the industry saw another huge shift. While that golden age was all about artistry and social commentary, a new kind of film popped up that was about one thing: pure, unadulterated entertainment. This new genre was perfectly named masala cinema. Just like the spice blend, these films mixed everything together. You got action, you got romance, you got comedy, you got drama, all in one movie. It was a formula literally designed for mass appeal. And this era gave birth to the modern superstar. The prime example, of course, is Amitabh Bachchan. His iconic angry young man persona just perfectly captured the social and political frustrations of the time. He wasn't just an actor. For a lot of people, he was the voice of a generation. Next up, the 1990s. Big economic reforms in India opened the country up to the world. And you better believe cinema followed right along. Filmmakers started looking beyond India's borders to a huge new audience. So who was this new audience? The global Indian diaspora. Films like the legendary Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge and Kuch Kuch Holta Hai became massive hits in the UK, the US, everywhere. They really spoke to a generation of Indians living abroad, mixing modern life with traditional values and offering this powerful emotional connection back home. And that brings us to today. Right now,
Indian cinema is bigger, more diverse, and more globally connected than it has ever been. But to really get it, you have to appreciate the incredible scale we're talking about.
Just think about this number for a second. Over 1,500 films are produced in India every single year. By sheer volume, that makes it the largest film producer on the entire planet. The output is just staggering.
And this is a really key point. It's a huge mistake to think that Indian cinema is just Bollywood. While the Hindi language industry is enormous, it's only one piece of the puzzle. You've got these thriving industries in Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Bengali, and other languages that are making some of the most innovative and exciting films today. And films from these other industries are the ones breaking global records. I mean, look at the Bahubali films and RRR, both of which came from the Telugu film industry. They became global phenomena, proving that a great story told with breathtaking visuals can cross any cultural or language barrier.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, from the silent era to these global blockbusters, you realize this isn't just about entertainment. Indian cinema has been a mirror reflecting the nation's journey, its struggles, its dreams, its identity. It really is a living history.
From silent movies to global streaming platforms, the story of Indian cinema is always evolving. With new technologies and new collaborations happening all the time, a brand new chapter is being written as we speak. The only real question is, how is this incredible story going to surprise us next?